Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. What is going on? Are you crypto weirdos and nuts? Anyways, let's get right onto it. Happy Thursday morning, by the way. 1:14 in the morning. I'm still up. I've been up, doing some research, and man, yeah, man, I'm just happy to be excited for this crypto bull run. But anyways, let's see what's going on with the markets right quick before we get started here. All right, so we got big. It looked like Bitcoin is back over 117K. Let me see. I did a refresh. It just slightly dipped in a 1 hour. It's been holding that support pretty good. Ethereum is at 4,583 right now. Um, just up slightly over 3.4% for the 7 day. We got XRP at $3.10. Solana's looking good, and Solana is up 10% for the 7 day. We got it at, let me see, up 3.94% for the last 24 hours. Fear and greed is still sitting at 51. Okay, got that fear and greed. Let me see here. Then the whole cryptocurrency market is slightly going up. It's at a 4.09 trillion market cap for the whole cryptocurrency um, market. So that's looking good, man. We're over a 4 trillion market cap, for the whole market, including Bitcoin and ETH. But anyways, yeah, man, we're definitely living in the future. This is definitely a nice and good time to be alive. We can experience something like this, experience this new global, um, financial revolution that's getting ready to take place, with blockchain technology. But anyways, before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications. Please definitely, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the channel. But anyways, let's get right on to it. Wanted to, give a little bit more feedback on XEN or Zen Crypto and why this is, one thing I do like about Zen Crypto, this represents, the original, fundamentals of blockchain and crypto. It represents the original fundamentals as far as nobody owns it, it's, totally free and fair. When it first came out back in what I think it was back in 2022, back during the bear market, a lot of people forget this coin was released during the bear market back in 2022. And, looking at that all-time chart, obviously, yeah, it looks bad, down 100%. But, at the end of the day, it was we went through a hard, brutal bear market back in, 20, the end of 2021, 22, 23. And then, it went down hard. But, at the end of the day, um, you know, this was it wasn't pre-mined when it came out. It wasn't one of those things where the team get their coins first before they release the rest into the market or the public or whatever. But now Zen Crypto did go down to the bottom at about 7 zeros 20s, and now it's just ready to explode. Let's check a look here at let me go to Dex Tools right quick, and we're at what 182,000 holders, 195K in liquidity, and we're only at a 7.4 million market cap. So we got a long way to go. This is definitely, um, definitely still. I still think this is a 100x gem, probably even more than that. The fact that is way oversold in an all-time chart, and here on Dex Tools, the numbers don't lie. People are definitely buying. Um, people are definitely buying Zen Crypto. The numbers don't lie here on Dex Tools. But like I said before, this represents the original um, fundamentals. You could be swapped. If you've been under a rock, this could be swapped on 13 up the. I think it's between 13 or 14 different blockchains. Got their own version of it. I think Base got their version, Pulse Chain, Solana, Arbitrum, all these different chains got their own version of Zen Crypto. Of course, including Ethereum. That's the one I got mine. I think Ethereum is my personal opinion. I believe that Ethereum is the best version of it. Uh, but anyways, the fact that you know either you're doing a gas fees to get it, or if you're still minting Zen, whatever. Like I said, no VCs, nobody owns it. Represents the original. It's immutable. Uses the same principles of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? 100% decentralized. That's one thing I like about Zen Crypto. Whatever crap people try to talk about it, but just all I gotta say, just wait and see. Just wait and see. Now, as far as X1, the X1 blockchain, um, still not 100% sure like how that correlates, but they are building over there. I believe Zen is going to be the utility or gas of X1, if I'm not mistaken. But we won't know until X1 comes out. Obviously, I don't have the crystal ball. I'm not part of the whatever team for X1. But I do know that X1 is going to be using the same fundamentals, like free and fair. Nobody owns it. 100% decentralized. No gatekeepers. No VCs. None of that. It's going to be where it's going to be fair and free. Um, Basically, I guess the way Jack Levin is going to be run, it's going to be like the blockchain is going to be like a computer or something like that. So that's what they're working on. I've been reading here on X. One thing I like about this whole Zen Crypto and X1, they got one of the best communities. They got their Telegram group for X1 and Zen, and they're constantly posting on X. With different. They're always giving up updates. What's going on with X1? So of course we know that X1 blockchain exists. Of course, I believe it's going when they basically, long story short, Jack Levin, this layer one 100% decentralized layer one will not be released until he feels that it's completely ready. Because obviously anybody can release something that's not really ready, and then it'd just be a flop, a nothing burger. But you just want to make sure this is going to be real deal and take the crypto community by storm. With this layer one um, protocol. And when you go to their X, they always got different stuff posted, where there's miners, Zen, like they got the whole thing with Zen blocks. Well, like I guess X, I guess let me see, XNM is the reward token. So I guess when you're mining, you receive XNM or something like that. I guess this is more technical stuff for people who's mining or whatever. Because I think from what I read, they're getting ready to have the Zen blocks halving or something like that. So yeah, they're having their own halving, and yeah, and that all correlates with XNM. But anyways, I'm assuming leading up to the X1 release, we don't know when it's coming out. Let's see if it gets released before 2026, man. Let's see. But I'm having a feeling Jack Levin is finally going to go ahead and pull the trigger. Maybe release this, maybe in December, maybe November. We don't know yet. But I do. One thing I do know is that this blockchain X1 will not get released until um, he feels that it's everything is ready. They got all the validators. I think now, I think by the time it do get released, they'll probably have at least 400 validators, which is big. That's going to be nice. So I think they're getting closer and closer to about 400 validators. So man, this is going to be, man, the X1 blockchain. A lot of raw weight. They're going to have there's a lot going on. Like, even I don't know. I'm just learning new stuff myself. They're going to have a launch pad, kind of something similar to Pump Fund, Pump Fund and like Bunk. They're going to have a launch pad where people can whatever launch their own meme coins or something like that, or whatever the case may be. But one thing I like about it is it's going to be 100% decentralized, no VCs or nothing like that, you know. Um, but yeah, man, uh, the future looks bright, man. They're constantly working, like I said, on the X. One thing I'll say about Safari's Prime, Jack Levin, he he's they stay on X. They're always giving new updates, giving their opinions and everything. What's going on. But anyways, um, we're gonna see how it all correlates with Zen Crypto, and I still feel that Zen Crypto, this is definitely gonna be um, a possible 100x in the making over the next several months. Let me see here. And we look at the chart for Zen, it's looking a lot better now. It's like we're slowly moving up. We're definitely in the accumulation phase still. We're in accumulation the way it's moving. But when it finally decides to explode one day, I believe this thing is going to rip hard. It's going to rip hard. And like I said before, when it comes to Zen Crypto, XCN, that's another thing what draw me to it. It's just, I just like the way it represents freedom. That's what crypto originally was supposed to represent, freedom and the original principles of crypto, just like Bitcoin, 100% decentralized. Why you guys think Bitcoin is still around? Bitcoin ain't going nowhere. Of course, now since they came out with Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin is always going to be, the original grandfather. But now they got technologies that that surpasses Bitcoin by a long shot now. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin is what started it all, and Bitcoin. We always go back and look at Bitcoin where it was, where it's at now. The same thing with ETH, but ETH is somewhat different. You know, but ETH is is the king of smart contracts and all that. But Bitcoin was the original. Um, you got to give props when props is due. But anyways, um, keeping everything decentralized where nobody controls the whatever the contract address, stuff like that. No type of shady stuff going on. But anyways, but Zen Crypto, like I said, I still believe in this. I put my money where my mouth is. You know what I mean? And I'm holding a nice position on Zen Crypto. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm holding a pretty nice position on Zen. Hey, even if we just do a 50x from here, from where we're at now, we do a 50x. Hey, I'm not greedy, man. I'll be okay with that. Even if we do a 50x from where we're at now, I'll be sitting okay even with that. But I believe we're gonna go higher than that. I believe we're going to go much higher than that. Okay, looking at the 24-hour chart here, we got 7 zeros 30 49, and then we looking at the high range, you got 7 zeros 32 87. But anyways, I feel that this is the beginning. We're living in a good time. Hey, we are definitely living in the future with with blockchain, crypto, and everything. But yeah, but anyways, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, for post notification. I just want to say, hey, thanks to all my recently new subscribers who subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, hey man, if you guys want to get some extra content, if you want to got questions or you want to be part of a good community, want to be come to our chat group, come on over to Patreon. Keep stressing it enough. Don't get left behind for this parabolic run. Be part of a team. Be part of history. Don't get left behind. A lot of new people coming into crypto. They have questions. They may need help, but obviously I'm not a financial advisor. This is all entertainment purposes only. But hey, you can come on over to Patreon. The link will be at the bottom left. I got more low cap gems I've been covering. Definitely come on over to sign up. The link will be at the bottom left for the Patreon. Hey man, hey, if you're in crypto, man, hey, hey, if you're already in crypto, only $15 a month for the Patreon. Hey, that $15 should be nothing, man. The information I'm providing, you can possibly make thousands of dollars. Who knows how much money you'll be able to make this cycle? And the information, I have a track record. I've been doing this for 5 years. Most of the coins that I've called over the last 5 years has already done like 50 to 100 X's. Some of the coins that I've already called over the last, 4 to 5 years. But anyways, the link is going to be at the bottom left if you'd like to join the private Patreon group. If not, oh well, no worries. Um, doesn't really affect me one bit. I just like to help people, uh, because we're this is definitely going to be amazing. Um, Everybody who's still in crypto now, we're all still in kind of early, and that's what's going on. But anyways, shouts out to all the Patreon members, and yeah, get exclusive access to exclusive content that I got over there, and we got our 24/7 chat group. You get all that only for $15. Hey man. But anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna get out of here. Let's go Zen Crypto. The Zenians, we are locked and loaded. We are 100x inbound for sure, man. Especially once when X1 comes out. Definitely, man. More and more people is learning about Zen Crypto, and what it's about. But anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna get out here. I gotta get to sleep. I gotta get up early. But yeah, I will catch you guys um, in the next one. And happy Thursday morning to you guys. All right, I'm signing out. Peace.